Hey everyone, Lanny Pator here.
And I am also a human. I am Keyran.
Yes you are, buddy, and today we're counting down the top 10 most horrific parasites in video games.
Parasites. What a horrible fate for humans such as we.
Video games are full of monsters, demons, ghosts, but not many rival the horror of a parasite. Those creatures that eat away at your body, and sometimes even your soul. There's just something so primally horrifying about something being a part of your body and eating away at your essence.
Or could be fun. Have you tried it?
No, can't say that I have. Anyway, same rules apply as per the usual. Only one horrific parasite per franchise, and these are based on our own subjective experiences.
Which are infallible. Would you like to wear this hat?
Dude, are you okay? You seem more human than usual. Parasect from Pokemon.
Parasect, the mushroom Pokemon, a host-parasite pair in which the parasite mushroom has taken over the host bug. Prefers damp places.
Quite an apt description, Kieran.
The Parasect and I have a lot in common. I also prefer damp place. Any help?
Ah, you and me both, buddy. You see, Parasect is based off of this horrifying fungus that will turn ants into zombies, so they'll purposely get eaten by birds in order to spread their spores.
I believe you are referring to Ophiocordyceps unilateral. It's taking me over!
Ah, look at you with your college education. You see, the actual body of the Parasect is a zombie. It moves at the will of the parasite. Look at its dead eyes compared to its previous evolution, Paras.
I don't know. He looks much happier.
You okay, buddy? Here, have a drink. Ah, God, that's a good beer. What the fuck is that?
Holy f***, I thought I was gonna die.
You're welcome. Anyway, Parasect.
Man, Parasect used to be one of my favorite Pokemon until I actually read that Pokedex entry. Some of the early ones are downright terrifying.
Yeah, but we'll try to save those for another list. Regardless, any parasite that can destroy an adorable little thing like Paras deserves a spot on this list. Rest in peace, little guy.
The Parasite from Prototype.
You'd think something so integral to the plot would have a name.
Not according to the wiki. And come on, this thing isn't that bad. It gives you superpowers.
Yeah, it also devours everything that you were and becomes a clone of you.
And you can take down helicopters and turn your wimpy human hands into freaking swords.
You also become the enemy of the entire military, as well as every other monster that thinks you're one of its kind.
Too bad none of them can touch me. Ding, sword hands.
Listen, it's not that high on the list for a reason. I get it, superpowers are fucking sweet. But these come at a pretty high price. You're basically dead.
I mean, I guess losing everything that ever made you, you, and becoming a horrific monster in exchange for superpowers is a little steep.
Not to mention what the other parasites do to the rest of the city. It turns most people it infects into plain old mindless monsters that seek to spread their seed and destroy.
You'd know a thing or two about that, Lanny.
Kieran!
Hey, I'm back, and I'm not a parasite anymore. In case you didn't get what we were doing earlier, now you get it. Number 8!
Guilt from Trauma Center.
Now this is a scary parasite.
Tell me, Dr. Moonstone, what's the prognosis?
Really negative. You see, Guilt is a super parasite that was engineered as a terrorist bioweapon to infiltrate people, lacerate their organs, cause cancer, cut that cancer, and spread more cancer.
I had the flu once.
Only the main character, who has time-stoppy super fingers, Dr. Styles, can excise it successfully. Imagine swallowing a bag of needles, but those needles give you cancer, and then more needles, and then more cancer.
I was in bed for 2 days.
And then the process repeats until you explode in gooey, cancerous death. Does that sound fun to you?
No, it sounds horrific.
And that's why it's on this damn list.
Why are you so angry?
Play Trauma Center, you asshole! Akujiki from Shinobi. The PS2 one.
Ah, the first metaphysical parasite on our list. I like it.
Akujiki is a soul-stealing sword that feeds on the blood of its slain foes. If you don't kill enough people, it'll start eating your essence instead.
Unlike guilt, which will kill you, Akujiki will not only kill you, but it will also siphon off your soul.
In terms of horrific punishment, you're forced to keep on killing and killing and killing in order to keep yourself alive.
And since it's basically bound to your soul, you can't just drop it and leave it behind.
It's like a spiritual leech that feeds on other people's blood.
It is a truly twisted parasite. But damn if it doesn't kill Purdy.
Rest in peace.
The X-Parasite from Metroid Fusion.
Now this shit's pretty intense.
Yeah, the X-Parasite can infiltrate a host, copy not only its DNA, but its memories, and act as a complete functioning clone of its host.
Only that clone is made up of these horrible goo monsters that want to kill you.
And kill you they shall. These parasites serve as the main antagonist of Metroid Fusion, where they inhabit one of Samus's power armors, creating a parasitic doppelganger of our heroine.
The X-Parasites react to the presence of any Metroid cell, which Samus just so happens to have in her Ellen Ripley-esque way. How fortunate.
It's thanks to those cells that she can't be infected and killed. So yeah, it's a little fortunate that she came along, or else the entire galaxy would have been fucked.
How do you mean?
To quote Old Bird, "Can you not see that if a mimic such as this infiltrates a population, it could replicate almost indefinitely? With evil taking the form of an ally, the galaxy could be overthrown. It is truly the worst kind of evil. It has no name, but we call it X."
The Darkness from The Darkness.
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror. I cannot live. I cannot die. Try to myself, body my holding cell.
Which is actually a very apt description for this creature. This thing takes Jackie Estacado as its host and turns his life into a living hell.
But as a bonus, he gets an extra pair of dark man-eating tentacles. And goblins.
And yes, if he wanted to be the underworld's greatest crime lord, this would be the best. But sometimes you just want to sit on the couch with your girlfriend and watch public domain classic To Kill a Mockingbird.
You never really know a man till you walk a mile in his shoes.
Unfortunately, the Darkness has other plans for Jackie. And a small spoiler alert here. No, seriously, click the annotation or go to the time listed below if you want to skip this. We good? Serious. Okay, ready. The Darkness forces you to watch as your girlfriend gets shot and murdered, ripping your life away and forcing you to devour the hearts and souls of your enemies, lest yours be taken instead.
Basically, it just doesn't want you to have any distractions. It wants you to focus on feeding it human hearts. But when you show just a hint of weakness, it doesn't take too kindly to that.
Eventually, in the Darkness 2, it starts to rend your sanity asunder as it tries to convince you that you're crazy in order to give up your mind and soul to be completely controlled by the Darkness.
Your goal is to try and rid yourself of this parasite as it slowly devours your essence, making it a unique and horrifying parasite.
Cordyceps from The Last of Us.
Basically think Parasect, but it happens to people, so it's worse.
Oh, so when it happens to cute little Paris, it's okay. But when it happens to people, well, man, better shoot that bitch straight up to number 4.
Yeah, but these things force the host body to kill and infect other humans. Parasect doesn't exactly walk up to a Bulbasaur and forcibly convert it to its parasitic master race.
No, I suppose not. But that would be a pretty cool game. Game Freak, get on it.
No, the Cordyceps are so high on the list because of how they can disfigure the host and form fungal armor and other mutations to disarm the uninfected.
Yeah, they're pretty creepy as shit when you're walking alone through the dark and all you hear is...
Given the infatuation with the zombie apocalypse, this one is all the more terrifying because it's the most plausible because it has a relative in Ophiocordyceps.
Not much else to say on this one. Excellent game, horrifying parasite.
Las Plagas from Resident Evil 4.
Now this ranks a little higher than Cordyceps because you can't immediately tell when somebody's infected with Las Plagas.
Until you shoot him in the head and oh fuck!
Also, unlike Cordyceps, the people infected by Las Plagas are able to wield tools, weapons, and even govern some form of society.
These people may not have free will, but they seem to have some form of consciousness throughout the game, and a motivation beyond just spreading Las Plagas.
Yeah, I mean, imagine being among the first people infected, feeling like you're fine until you realize your free will is slowly being whittled away. Then you see your dog has a few more tentacles than usual, and your best friend is now a giant, and you really want to capture the president's daughter.
Lanny?
But that damn American cop keeps getting in your way, so you gotta get your friend with the chainsaw to cut his fucking head off, all the while you feel like your head is going to explode if you get shot in the right spot. Ah! Coelho! 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 Coelho!
Lanny?
La campana.
Lord Sadler.
Cógelo.
Headcrabs from Half-Life.
What the fuck was that about?
Oh, hey, Kieran, didn't see you there. What do you think about the headcrabs from Half-Life?
I think they're pretty terrifying, actually. I remember first encountering them in Half-Life and realizing they could jump at your head and you only have a measly crowbar, and Jesus, they're scary as hell.
The headcrabs latch onto a host's head and forces them to sprout monstrous claws and hunt down anything that moves.
Then you get to Ravenholm and realize that there might be a little more than meets the eye to these little guys.
Once you kill a few of them, you're met with the gruesome screams of each one, which initially sounds like the cries of any old monster.
But just give it another listen. In reverse.
Yeah, every victim of a headcrab is still alive and fully aware of everything that's going on.
Unlike Cordyceps, Las Plagas, and the others, headcrabs are vicious monsters that keep the host fully cognizant while they sap their brains and fluids.
Now one f***ing asshole just keeps one as a pet.
Lamar, there you are.
They're iconic, they're terrifying, and they're some of the most ingenious parasites in video games.
I wonder what they'll be like in the next Half-Life.
Well, we'll find out when Valve learns to count to 3.
But before we get to number 1, here's a few honorable mentions.
Lavos from Chrono Trigger.
Before recorded history, Lavos had inhabited Earth, slowly consuming energy from its host planet, waiting for the day it would emerge to destroy its wasted husk.
Unlike every other parasite, it doesn't infect just an organism, it infects entire planets.
Lavos is impersonal and uncaring. Your planet continues to exist because Lavos hasn't finished eating it yet.
Without your intervention, Lavos would destroy Earth and continue to consume countless planets.
Kingdoms rise and fall. Your robot can terraform an entire desert, and no matter what actions you take on the surface, Lavos is always feeding, waiting for the dramatic year of 1999.
While we were all jamming to No Scrubs by TLC, Lavos decided to pop up and end humanity.
I don't necessarily blame him. Catchy song, though.
Lavos is gigantic, spooky, and he'll end your world as you know it, which easily puts him at the top of our list of the most horrifying parasites in video games.
So, what do you think of the list? You think there's any parasites that should have been on here that weren't? Let us know why we're wrong below. Excuse me a moment.
If you're in the mood for more horrifying stuff, check out Renegade for Life, Spooky's House of Jump Scares. Or if you want to play dress up, join Cloud as he looks for some dainty clothes in episode 5 of Final Fantasy VII Machine Abridged.
No, I don't want no scrubs. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me.
Laney, no,
Hanging
what are you
out the
doing?
passenger side
Laney,
of his
no,
best
what are you
friend's
doing?
ride, trying to
Laney,
holler
no,
at me.
what are you doing?
I don't want no scrubs. Scrub is
Laney,
a guy
no,
that
stop
can't.
it.
Oh, shit!